Hello there, traveler! Today, I'd like to share with you the different European cultures and how they evolve over time. I'll show you the past and then we'll return to the present. Let's start with their artistic forms. Sculpture was the first well-known art form in prehistoric times. It contains the earliest known representation of the human body, the Venus of Whole Falls, which dates from 35,000 to 40,000 BC, making it one of the oldest art forms ever recorded in history. According to the researchers, the Venus was the standard definition of beauty back in the day. Everyone wants their women to be curvy in such a way that it represents their power. As time passed, new art forms appeared such as ancient Greek, medieval Byzantine, neoclassical, and realism. These art movements have influenced today's artists and play a role with the entire world, as well as represent their culture in a way that creates a brand new idea that people haven't seen before, which is one of their characteristics. Now that there are museums in Denmark that welcome digital art, we should give it a try. Let us welcome the new culture, or culture. Hello, religion! Because Jesus' birthplace is in Israel, we can say that Christianity has been the dominant religion, shaping European culture for at least the last 1,700 years. Christian philosophers such as Saint Thomas Aquinas and Erasmus have had a significant influence on modern philosophical thought, although most of it is history. Europe has been the nearly equivalent to Christian culture. Christian culture was the dominant force in Western civilization, guiding the course of philosophy, art, and science. The concept of Europe and the Western world has been intricately linked with the concept of Christianity and Christendom. Many even credit Christianity with establishing united Europe. Of course, I forgot to mention that we talked about the Crusades in high school. Do you remember them? Yes, they were Catholic, and despite the fact that their efforts were complete failure, they were the one of history's image of unity. Okay, and after that, let's move on to everyone's favorite culture, cuisine. The Columbian Exchange brought new ingredients into European cuisine during the early modern era, including the potato, tomato, chocolate, bell pepper, and other squash. During this period, tea as well as coffee and chocolate became popular. The modern restaurant concept was introduced in Paris in the 1780s. The French Revolution accelerated its development and it quickly spread throughout Europe. And from there, a variety of dishes were created, the majority of which involved cheese and pasta. The term European, or more specifically continental, cuisine is sometimes used to refer to a cuisine of western parts of mainland Europe. Because Italians were known for their taste and recipe, they earned a nice name for it. European cuisines are diverse in and for themselves, but there are common characteristics that distinguish European cooking from Asian and other cuisines. In comparison to traditional Asian cooking, for example, meat is more prominent and substantial in serving size. Steak, in particular, is a popular dish throughout Europe. Due to the difficulty of seasonings penetrating the often larger pieces of meat used in European cooking, sauces are heavily emphasized as condiments, seasonings, or accompaniments in European cuisines. Dairy products are frequently used in cooking. Wheat flour bread along with pasta, dumplings, and pastries has long been the most common source of starch in this cuisine, though the potato has become the major starch plant in the diet of Europeans and their diaspora since European colonization of the Americans. Okay, that's all for today. We've learned about the various characteristics that define up the Europe continent. Looking for the start with the most important. I hope you gained the understanding of how wonderful the history of culture in Europe produced that distinguish them from others.